What's up everyone, it's Jason here, welcome back to my channel. So today is gonna be a more chit-chatty video. I'm gonna be calling this like a heart-to-heart because we're gonna be getting deep today. And today on this heart-to-heart, we're gonna be talking about self-comparison and me basically self-comparing myself to other people. So I think when I was like younger, like elementary school, I ever rarely compared myself to other people just because I was like, I'm in my own lane, I'm doing my own thing, right? And I was very self-aware as a kid of my weaknesses and my strengths for sure. Like I knew that I wasn't like the smartest kid and I knew I wasn't like the most popular kid. Like I was very self-aware of all those things growing up. But it wasn't until like maybe middle school, high school where like, society kicks in and you kind of, hear all these societal norms about how people should act and stuff like that. And then you kind of start to compare yourself to other people, whether that being celebrities, people from school, people, like family members. It could just be any of that, And I think for me, I've been self-comparing myself more so recently just because I'm at the age where like people are starting to get their big boy jobs, big girl jobs, and are moving ahead in life, So, there are some people who are getting married, having kids at the age of 21, which, no shame, no discrimination or anything. I'm very happy for people who have, who are building a family. But it's making me think that I'm like lagging behind because one, I've never been in a relationship before, and B, it's like, I feel like I'm not living the very stereotypical 20-year-old life. I still live at home. I still work at the same part-time job that I've been working at ever since I was 16. And I don't know, I guess just like for me, the constant like no change in my life is starting to get to me, I guess you could say. And the thing about me is that I'm the type of person that I'm the type of person who kind of rejects change. I'm very much like, I like where I'm at and I feel comfortable where I'm at, But I know in the long run that staying complacent at the spot you are at is not allowing yourself to grow. And I know that, and I think for me, it's just, it comes to the point where like, I guess I'm scared of change, I guess. Anytime that like I have to do something new, like for example, going to orientation for school, for example, I had so much anxiety for my orientation, going to my university, that I just told one of like the higher ups like, hey, I can't make it. I think I like lied and said, hey, like I'm actually on vacation still, I can't make it to orientation, just because like that was giving me so much anxiety. And like a lot of people might think like, oh my gosh, like that's so lame, that's so like you're being a baby. But like, I don't know, it's just part of me just can't accept change. It can't participate in change, I guess. And I guess this is so like going back to like self-comparison. I have just been recently comparing my life to other people my age, especially those who I went to high school with, for sure. So like when I see, Instagram posts or like social media posts of people that I went to school with and they're just living their life, doing things that like, I want to do, I get very jealous, I guess. I get very self-conscious of myself. I tend to just be upset, I guess. And I feel like that's a normal response, honestly, because you always want what you don't have. And another thing lately is that I want to say that I've never been confident in how I look either. I don't think I'm like the hottest thing around, but like obviously like I have some sort of confidence somewhat, but recently I have just like been kind of meh about myself. So recently I cut my hair, and the reason why I cut my hair was because like I just didn't like how I looked with my long hair. And looking back at those old videos that I had, or the past videos that I've had with my like, longer hair, I just like, I hated it. And I know I made a whole video of myself like talking about my Asian hair, and how much I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited to grow out my hair, but like, I think for me, just like, I don't know, I just like wanted to cut my hair and just like be free from it, I guess. I don't know. And I notice something that I do when I like get stressed or when I get like kind of, I guess, upset or down, I tend to just like start cutting my hair. And that's like such a toxic trait of mine, is that like any misfortune, mishappenings going on in my life, like any problems, the first thing that I will think about is just cutting my hair. And that's like really bad, honestly. But yeah, so because of like, my long hair, I also have been comparing how I look to other people, more specifically like, Asian, popular people in the media, I guess. I tend to compare myself, not so much to like, American celebrities. It's more so just like Asian celebrities that I see online, I guess. And that's like, that could either be from like K-pop, any like Japanese movies, any Asian movies, even like stuff on Netflix who are like hot Asian. I think another thing is that what is it called? It's like that sequel to All the Boys I Love, I think. I think it's like Kitty XOXO. I don't know what it's called. Honestly, you're gonna like hate me if you're like into that show. I haven't seen it. I was kind of interested in it for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. But literally, like, anytime I see any of those like TikToks or anything like on Twitter about it, and I see like all those like hot Asian men, I low-key get so self-conscious. I'm like, oh my god, like that is like what people deem like hot for an Asian man, I guess. And I'm not that, I guess, also. So like I do get very self-conscious when I see like a very hot Asian man on like my social media feed, because then I'm like, oh, okay, that's what like most people think is hot, like for Asians, I guess. I don't know. And it's like, it's so bad to say like for Asians, because like, in the whole grand scheme of things, they're just a hot person, period. But I don't know, I just think like from an Asian person looking at another Asian person, I'm like, that's what people deem like attractive for an Asian, I guess. And I guess I've just been self-conscious lately about that. And another thing that I've just been comparing myself is, and I know I shouldn't, and I always promised myself that I wouldn't and that I would never, is my YouTube, honestly. So, I'm not gonna like lie and be a hypocrite and say that I don't look at views, I don't look at numbers, because I do. I mean, I don't know any YouTuber that don't look at their numbers and like kind of evaluate themselves, evaluate their self-worth when they see those numbers be a little lower than they expected. And I always like promised myself when I started this whole YouTube thing that I wouldn't focus about the numbers of likes or views or subscribers or anything like that, and I would just post because I want to post, But I think like once you get a little bit a taste of views, because I'm gonna be very blunt and upfront, I made a Boys Planet video and it got like 700 views, and like I know to like big YouTubers, like 700 is like, that's nothing, but to like someone who literally has like 20 subscribers on my channel, that's a lot of views. And like I think just like knowing that I can reach those numbers is like, oh, I can, like I have the potential and I have the ability to reach numbers like those, and I feel like I can do it again next time. And it's so hard because a lot of my favorite YouTubers, they, make videos, and I see like, their numbers within like the first minute of posting that they already reach that 700 view count. And part of me is just like, a little jealous, I guess. No, I am jealous. I'm not gonna say I guess. I am jealous. But for me, I think I'm trying to always remind myself that it's always about the process. Like, trust the process. Like, good things will happen if you take your time and you move slowly. And I am slowly trying to reach that mindset right now. But again, it's very hard not to compare yourself to other influencers and other people online, I guess, when it comes to numbers and views. And yeah, I don't know. So I'm sorry this turned into like a very ranty, kind of sad, depressing video of just me like talking about my feelings, but I just want to like air it out in the open and kind of just be upfront. And honestly, I feel a lot better like talking about it now. And I feel like I can definitely move on from this just a little bit. But so expect more of these heart-to-heart videos because I'm sure I'm gonna have more in the future for sure. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.